When life gets tough, you need to get tougher than that, not just to survive, but in order to excel. What is self realization and how can I apply it in this modern world? This is Sahila once again with another story that is raw, sensible, and uninhibited. What is self realization? If a poor boy living in an unforeseen circumstance worries only about his next meal, then he is ordinary. But if the same boy finds a way to make a career using recycled old leather, turning them into school bags, then that boy has not only learned the art of survival, but has even mastered it. If the same boy as an adult later employs only the poor downtrodden youngsters in his business of leather goods and gives away a significant proportion of his earnings as donations to the poor families like him, then he is not just extraordinary but becomes exemplary. More often, the person undergoing the suffering state feels he or she is being cornered and deserves pity or sympathy, and that is natural. But also, that person fails to see how each and everyone, rich or poor, ignorant or intelligent, at times have to face similar set of hardships. I'm often accused by my very close friends as being tough on myself and others, meaning, as much as I would like to empathize with the ones that are suffering, I like to caution them that they have a unique opportunity in front of them to learn and excel. They have a chance to prove to themselves and to the world what their real potential is. It's not just about possessing money or love or material things. Success or failure is bigger than that. All good, talented individuals, whether in arts, politics, science, or social media, were not offered everything on a platter. They have achieved success in their path only because they have learned to overcome their sufferings and were able to show it to the others in a way that the world can sense or appreciate their creativity or talents. I believe that every great success comes from some kind of tolerance of suffering. Successful people were able to withstand those testing times and were able to think beyond the next meal or next day or even sometimes beyond themselves. This process is called self-realization. This world will become an optimistic world when we become masters of our own minds. Nothing will work upon as bad or evil or unfair anymore. To such people, everything seems harmonious and perfectly in place. Perfectly happy place arises when we are in a state of self-abnegation or renouncing the idea of self-identity. It means to stop placing yourself and your suffering as something painful or worrisome or nerve-wracking. For example, a typical middle-class boy who struggled and landed in a good job later on often believes that he is entitled to a good car, a good-looking wife, and a decent house because of all the struggles he went through to get there. Let me tell you something. You are not entitled to anything in this world, both the pleasant or the unpleasant feelings. This method of self-realization can be achieved with yoga and meditation. When you believe that your mind is a muscle, then there is a way to train your mind as well. That's why it's often said that life is the best teacher and no one but yourself decides your course of life. We must invest enough time to understand our own perception and thoughts. Then we can understand the things or events that are happening in our lives. This kind of self-realization will lead you to the path of clarity and precision. It first begins with feelings, then the idea of willingness to learn, and then the tremendous force into yoga of work or karma begins. Young boys having their hair shaved off as offering to God is a common delightful ritual practiced everywhere in India, while the same boy with a bald head will be looked upon as worrisome or with cancellation in America because they think he has cancer. Both sets of people have opposite reaction to the same situation, and what differs is how their minds are trained to perceive this situation. Remember, your own self realization is the greatest service you can render to this world. Sahila, dedicated to self realization that happens out of understanding of your own life experiences. If you like this video, then please share our comments and likes. Until next time, this is Sahila signing off. Bye.